Our world lead now, a brand new CNN investigation revealing the heartbreaking and extremely disturbing reality for women in Ethiopia, where an escalating conflict in the Tigray region has caused thousands of deaths and others to flee their homes. The Biden administration brought the humanitarian crisis in the African nation to the forefront this week, announcing that the administration was sending more than $50 million in aid to the region and dispatching close Biden ally Senator Chris Coons, Democrat of Delaware, to the Ethiopian capital, Addis Ababa, to meet with the country's prime minister and address what Secretary of State Blinken has labeled an ethnic cleansing.
The challenge in Ethiopia is very significant, and it's one that we're very focused on, particularly the situation in Tigray, where we are seeing very credible reports of human rights abuses and atrocities that are ongoing.
Now, CNN has learned that soldiers in the Tigray region are using rape as a weapon of war, and we want to warn you some of what you're about to hear and see is graphic. CNN's Nima Elbagir joins me live now from the Sudan-Ethiopia border. Nima, we hear the descriptions of a humanitarian crisis and ethnic cleansing. Who's responsible for these alleged crimes?
Well, what we're hearing from the women that we've been speaking to, Jake, really is that they feel like no man in uniform is safe for them. A combination of ethnic Amhara militias from the Amhara ethnic group allied with the government, soldiers from neighboring Eritrea, soldiers from the Fano Amhara ethnic militia. Even here in Hamdayet, just a few months ago, this was a safe haven for Tigrayans. There were so many refugees that were able to cross here. Now they're describing to us a toxic mix of all of those forces, the ethnic militia, the Fano militia, the Eritrean soldiers, blocking them just from across the river from where we're standing here, from coming to safety. Even here in Hamdayet, they feel that shadow, Jake. They feel that fear.
And you were able to speak with a doctor who's treating some of the women who have been attacked and even one of the victims.
We went to a clinic where Dr. Tedros Tefera, this extraordinary surgeon, when he was at home in Tigray. Here, he's taken over the running of the clinic. He was examining a young woman who we asked if we could speak with, and we discovered that she had been raped, and she gave us permission to broadcast this. Jake, take a look at it.
He pushed me and said, "You Tigrayans have no history. You have no culture. I can do what I want to you, and no one cares."
What brought you to the clinic here today?
I haven't told anyone, but I've been thinking that I'm pregnant from the rape. So I came to check, and I discovered I am.
And Dr. Tedros says that of the cases that are actually reported to him, like that young lady, maybe less than 10. But the cases that he suspects, based on the injuries that they present with, he thinks that just here in Hamdayet, they could be potentially in the thousands. And he believes that this isn't just about ill discipline, as horrible as that is, that this is part of a campaign that's being intentionally waged against the women of Tigray. This is what he told us, Jake.
The women that have been raped say that the things that they say to them when they were raping them is that they need to change their identity, to either Amharanize them or at least leave their Tigrinya status, and then they've come there to cleanse them.
Cleanse the bloodline?
Cleanse the bloodline, and then get them that they are different. Practically, this has been a genocide of different phases.
And it is that cleansing of the bloodline that these women say that they're being told is being done to them. That's what gives this the hallmarks of a genocide, Jake. That's what gives this the hallmarks of an ethnic cleansing rather than just an unfortunate consequence of war. And it's not just here in Hamdayet that our team have been gathering evidence. Our extraordinary team has also been working on gathering evidence from inside Tigray. And I have to warn you and our viewers that what we're about to share with you is incredibly, incredibly upsetting. But it is a key piece of evidence in the wielding of rape as a weapon of war. A doctor from inside Tigray was able to record a video of a procedure being carried out to remove foreign objects that had been inserted into an alleged rape victim's vagina. And we can't show you the video. The video is absolutely too horrifying. I watched it. It's nauseating, it's appalling, but we can show you these stills. And these stills are what the doctors removed from inside this woman, who told them that she had been held captive by Eritrean soldiers and raped multiple times over a period of days. And you can see in those stills, in a bucket, those foreign objects were nails measuring around 3 inches, rocks, used condoms. I mean, this is rape as a weapon of humiliation. It's a weapon of collective punishment, and the fear that it has instilled in the women, even here in this safe haven in Hamdaet, Jake, is so awful to witness.
These stories and images that you're bringing to our viewers, it's so important, obviously also so heartbreaking. We know that President Biden has dispatched his good friend, Senator Coons, but beyond that, what else is the U.S. doing to help end this crisis?
Well, the U.S. has, as Secretary Blinken said, upped its humanitarian spend. But in practical terms, what the U.S. is not doing, which it should be doing, is ensuring that here, this safe haven in Hamdaet, remains open. And that is not happening. This is really the only safe place for many Tigrayans, and the Ethiopian forces, Ethiopian allied forces, Ethiopian government forces, we're told, are blocking that. That's a war crime. Blocking safe passage to fleeing communities would meet the metrics, the guidelines for a war crime, Jake. That is a simple fix. Give more humanitarian spend here to the agencies and people like Dr. Tedros, who hasn't been paid for months. He's doing this for free, who are helping the communities here. But pressure the Ethiopians to relieve some of that fear and some of that pain that's just across the border. Let them come here. The Sudanese government has agreed to give them safe haven. Allow them to take up that opportunity while that situation is being resolved, Jake.
All right, Nima Al-Bagir with yet another incredibly important report from Africa. Thank you so much. She's at the border between Sudan and Ethiopia.